Killa.S. Fuego, little bitch.
Alright, what's up, y'all, man? I ain't got an intro for today because this is the first video, but hey, I really want to get something out for y'all and really show y'all how I get down. So today, this is going to be my first interview with
Killa.S, yes, and you rocking with the best. I'm here with FTD Fuego, and we finna turn it up.
You feel me? Let's get into it. Alright, so if y'all don't know, we didn't already had a session before, like a week or two ago, something like that. She came in and recorded 2 songs. We did an interview after that, but we're just going to do a follow-up just to make it a little bit more professional, you know what I'm saying? We both look a little bit better type shit. So, yeah, since then, I know I sent you those tracks to get mixed.
Yes.
Did you finish the second one I sent you?
No, I have not touched it yet. I've been having just a whole lot going on.
Like, so,
life.
What's like the vibe you want to go for on that song?
That one, you know what? I had an idea at first, like the Vox vibe we were going for at first, and I was like, I think I want it to be more ambient to fit into the beat. I think I was just on top of it, and I want to maybe flow more into it melodically. It needs more work.
So speaking of mixing, how did you get into mixing? Like, what brought you into like getting interested in it?
I would say it was just natural for me. Like, when I first made my first song, I knew I wanted to be more of an instrument. My vocals had to be an instrument.
Yeah.
So I didn't want just vocal and track. So I got on there, and I was the original band lab when it was just a couple presets and reverb. So that's all I had in the beginning, and that was more natural for me. And later on, I learned auto-tune and such. But the rest was history from that.
In terms of your music, would you rather mix your own music or like have it sent off to someone else?
I'm open to both. I think if I already had a track in mind, I wouldn't want to mix it myself. But if I started already a raw track with somebody else from scratch, I want to hear how they want to use my voice as an instrument. I want to learn. I feel like if you act like you know everything, you'll never learn anything. So.
Yeah. You can't ever, especially when it comes to mixing, man. I can show you. I can show you my little shit because this is something that not many people know about yet. But I've been in the process of writing a book, or not necessarily a book, but more like just informative shit for people who are getting into producing. And when I tell you, like, you can't never feel like you know everything, because all of this is like 2 years worth of research and shit. I'm going in depth on plugins. You know what I'm saying? We got noise gate, reverb, compression, multi-compression, diagrams, and everything. Like, if you sat down and read this
right here.
and I can send it to you. This is why I made this shit, like for shit like this, so I can send it to people. Like, nigga, I got literally so much information, like everything, not everything, but a lot of the basics in terms of the necessities of plugins like EQ and compression that is broken down in depth. Like, nigga, a toddler can understand that shit.
I'll definitely say last time I came, seeing the way you do your mixing, like layering the tracks, even like cutting the tracks and putting the good parts and then layering it in. That's what I started doing now because I'm like, that's different.
That's called comping, I believe. It's when you just do a bunch of takes. Usually, like especially in Logic, they got the feature where you can record every take. You can do up to 100. It's gonna take all of them. You can splice up each one and make like the perfect take.
See, I always was taught just layer it and turn it down and they'll sound like one track. So that was different. It was like straight through.
Yeah, you can always learn something from a session with me. That's what everybody say. But moving past that, how long have you been mixing for yourself?
I would say I've been mixing for myself since the age of 12. So that's about 10 years ago.
12 years old?
Yeah.
You for sure got a head start on that, because I know when I was on GarageBand, I wasn't mixing none of my music. Like, they had a preset called Ready Already, and I thought that it was actually Ready Already. And then I started hearing more tracks after that, and I'm like, nah, this should not no one and done type plugin. Like, and that's when I had finally got onto my Mac GarageBand when it was like shit didn't sound right. So I was like, I really gotta learn how to mix now because this shit sound like dog water. Like fucking ass.
I guess in the beginning for me, it was like I said, they only had a couple presets, and I was like, this is kind of butt. Like, I wasn't feeling it yet.
Yeah.
So I started watching YouTube, and they had another free one, Audacity, and that's when I got the auto-tune plugin, and that's when I started like playing with it and trying to sound like other artists to see if I could imitate them and I could do it on mine.
Yeah, see, I wanted to get into auto-tune back then, but it was, I don't know, it was just so much that encompassed that, plus I didn't have no money and I didn't know any free plugins, so I was like, you know what, we just gonna try and sing. But that kind of helped me with like my harmonies and shit, because now I'm able to like actually be able to hit a note for real if I'm trying to sing on something. But yeah, so you like mixing your own music?
I do like mixing my own music. I like making music I like to listen to. So if I can't listen to it in my playlist, I'm not trying to hear that. So I'll sit there, like I said, play with it like I'm an instrument until I can hear what I want to hear.
So in terms of a career, would you want to be the forefront like the artist, or would you rather be in the background like the engineers?
I guess if you were to ask me before, I'd definitely say I want to be the artist. I want to be out there. But nowadays, I'm so interested in the technicalities. I probably would take the step back, you know, jump in when I can. Like Pierre Bourne, for example, he got music, but he's in there learning, you know, the background, making the beats.
Yeah, that's exactly what I be feeling. Because it's like, me, like just like how you said, like a few years ago, because everybody was asking me, they was like, because everybody knew I mixed, they knew I was recording, and they knew I was producing, so they was like, if you actually got labeled, they're like, what would you do? And I always said like, I would go for the artist role, just because it's like, I don't know, it's more fun. Like you get to be that nigga type shit, but it's like being that nigga comes with a lot. So it's like, especially a lot of a lack of privacy in that, and I'm not the type of person that just wants my business out there like that. So I for sure would much rather go in the background. You know what I'm saying? Either the producer, the engineer, recording engineer, it don't matter. Just not the forefront, me personally. Yeah. But where's I gonna go next? How do you think your style has changed or evolved since you first started?
I would say I'm constantly growing as an artist. You know, before it was very juvenile. It was rushed.
Yeah,
I wanted to be trendy, but now it's more. It grow. My music grows with me. More experiences I have, the more the music comes up. You know, the more people I meet, the more networking I do, the more the style develops. I would say.
I feel yeah, especially getting around new people and getting a different ear for different vibes that you could get onto type shit. So it's always good to expand your horizons and see what the next person, not necessarily what they're doing, but see how you can implement maybe some of their styles into what you're doing type shit.
Yeah, some inspiration for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of inspiration, who's some artists that you draw inspiration from when it comes to making music, either writing or mixing, finding a style that you want to do for yourself? Like,
you know, before I probably would have gave you an artist, but I listen to so much music, like I probably leave here and be like, no, I could have said.
I feel you.
I definitely say I listen to so much music to the point where it's not necessarily the artist, but sometimes it's just the beat. Sometimes it's the flow, the conviction. It has to speak to me to get me to get in the studio and be like, I gotta do something now. Like that made me get up and want to go make some music. That same kind of vibe I want, you know?
I know. I had that feeling in the gym yesterday. I was listening to a song and it like had some application to what I was going through in life. And I'm like, you know what, that bar, I'm gonna tweak that bar to make it my own. And basically, like I had started, I made a whole little 8-bar off of that shit. And like that's usually how most of my songs start. Off of like maybe I heard this nigga say this and I made it my own and then spent a whole song off of that shit. Like,
I definitely say people be lying if they say I have no inspirations. I take no inspiration.
Yeah.
We're sponges. You experience and you replicate. That's just something we have. We literally have imitation genes in our brains. You know, I hear something I gotta create. I have to.
I say that's one of like my dislikes in the music game. People that can't show credit where it's due. Like if you did let me not say take, but if you did get inspiration from someone else's stuff, like, hey, you know, I heard this person track and it inspired me to make it, and giving their credit. But people oftentimes are, especially when it comes to rappers, they'll like steal a whole nigga, like someone's whole bar and be like, nah, I came up with that first. Like especially like Soulja Boy be having that shit so bad.
My god!
I forgot what song it was, but he had this song where he was like, oh, Drake stole my bar. Nigga, he stole someone's bar. Like that was a stolen bar. And I'm like, bro, you gotta be able to give credit where it's due. So it's like, that's one of my dislikes. If you gonna draw inspiration, that's fine, but show where you got it from. Type shit.
For sure.
Now, in the industry now, past or present, who would you want to get a feature from if you could get one from anyone?
You know,
top 3. We'll say
top three. Okay, definitely a female collab I want is Rico Nasty. She kind of fell off.
Fit your style,
like I wouldn't say fell off, but she kind of moved out of the limelight right now. I haven't heard too much about Rico Nasty, but as a kid, she was so crazy, like eclectic. She was with Lil Yachty, all these types of people. So I always thought she was cool. I'll definitely say I wanted to work with Lil Tecca. I just love his melodic flow. I just love his fashion, things like that. And finally, I want to feature with you after hearing that. What you mean?
You get a feature from me,
I see you in the flesh. Might as well. We got to come back here and work.
At some point, I could definitely cook up with you for us to get on.
Yeah.
For surely. Now, I know we covered this last time, but just so you can get it out there.
Yeah.
How did you get into music?
Just a very simple answer for me. Like I said last time, I had my stepdad. His name was Patrick. He was a spoken word poet. He took me to poetry slams. He took me everywhere and exposed me to the genre of music called neo soul. I was hearing great artists like Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, Maxwell and Kim, just to name a few.
Yeah.
But he showed me that they started with poetry. You know, even Tupac. He
I
showed
was
me like
just finna say that, like, spoken word is the best intro to getting into music and writing.
So he showed me that, and I ended up writing my poetry. I felt inspired since then. And one day I saw my older brother. He said, "Girl, how about you just take the songs? Well, I know you're saying it's poems. Well, I'm gonna take it, put it on the beat, and we just say it. And you be like a rapper or something. The rest was history." I was just like, okay, shoot. Did that one time, published it on SoundCloud, and called it a day.
Is this the what?
Yeah. Oh, no. I deleted that.
We can pull it up. 'Cause I know I can pull up my old SoundCloud shit. Like, the difference between my first song and now is crazy as hell. But I like seeing that difference because it shows how much I have actually grown in the 5 or 6 years I've been doing this shit.
Probably on one of my flash drives in my house somewhere, but you know.
So, what inspires you to create music?
What inspires me to create music? You know, a lot of people, they will say, "Oh, I just want to be recognized. I want the fame. I want the money." But it's not that for me. I want the connections, the network. I want to connect with supporters, my people, like people who see the vision. And I would say, a lot of people would say, music is just one thing you can put in a box. Music to me is a lifestyle and a universal language. So I feel like we can speak through music.
Language.
Yeah. So that's really what inspires me to create.
That kind of answered one of my other questions too, because I was gonna say, what do you want out of music? Whether it's like the money, the experiences, connections, opportunity, or what's your goal with it? Like, what do you want?
I just want to meet people. I want to make some connections. I want to see everything. I want to travel the world and like I say, music can make you talk even if you don't speak the same language. So I just want to experience those types of vibes.
I said that's similar with me too, with the connections, especially. Like, that was one of my biggest things. I wanted to quit my job and just do cross-country Uber tour, just making music with different random people.
That's what I wanted to do. Oh my gosh.
Like, that sounds so fun. Like, being able to like sit down and record all that, just catching the vibe that we get from each person. It'd be so different because it's like I'm the type of person that I don't got one set style that I want to. Like, I hear something, I'll be like, I want to do that. Like, I want to do country type shit. Niggas don't even know that shit. Like, anything I hear, anything that sounds good to me in that moment, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I want to make this again at some point. Like, even our R&B, I want to do an R&B album, but I just gotta be able to get them beats out. But
anything is possible.
I feel like music is the best way to connect with people. Like, even if you don't write to it, like, just the beat alone, you're gonna feel it. You don't have to put words on it. You're gonna feel it.
I made a lot of friends through music. Like, when I started my Killa.S professional page, I connected with so many people. Even the other day, like, I did some features, and I was like, why don't we shoot the video? Where are you staying? Oh, I'm all the way in Washington. What? I didn't even know. Yeah. Or this other dude was translating. The whole time he's in Africa. I said, oh my gosh. You know, the way he sounded on the track, you would have known he was African. It sounded like he was just a regular one of us, you know, right here. So, yeah. Universal language for music.
It really is. Now, if you could sit down and talk to any artist, past or present, about advice on a music career, who do you think would be the best?
A lot of people count her out, but I would definitely say Estelle. A lot of people don't remember her. The lady who made the American Boy song with Killa.S. Her style was really different. So I want to ask her, like, how were you able to, like, know that people didn't want to have an ear for the type of sound you had? She was a British woman, black lady. And she landed, like, collaborations with people like Kanye West, John Legend, and Sean Paul. 3 completely different artists.
Yeah,
and was on the top Billboard 100. Yeah, so I wanted to ask her how she was able to push through that and still do. If you ever seen the show Steven Universe, she's the voice of Garnet.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, that's the. She got some cool stuff in her career, so I just want to ask her how she got through all that.
That's a different answer. I wouldn't expect the answer from most people. That's very unique. I fuck with that. Now, where do your lyrics come from? Like, when you're writing, does it like pain, personal experience, freestyling, just writing for fun? What's it for you?
It comes from everything. In the beginning, when I first started again at 19, I was 19. When I started writing again after my huge hiatus, I was like, had so much pain that I wanted to put into art. I didn't want to hold on to it no more. I wanted to make it beautiful, to show my story. A lot of personal experience. And sometimes even hearing somebody else's story will inspire me to retell the story in such a different way. that's where my music comes from, my lyrics.
Okay. Now, what is your musical mission right now? I know we just kind of talked about connections, but as far as like maybe putting out music, creating more music, networking, doing features, like what are you trying to do?
I definitely want to put the features on hold for now. Like I want to make a lot more projects. I want to get more consistent. I do take very long time periods between each track because I'm so like a perfectionist. But I definitely just want to be more consistent, have a release schedule. I want to create my more artist image, be more professional, more promos, and put myself out there more.
For sure. That's a good answer. Now, how do you see yourself fulfilling that?
Fulfilling what I just said?
Yeah.
I definitely think I need to spend more time with my craft, treat it like a baby again, like how I used to. I used to cherish everything I did before I got like, oh my God, people like it. I gotta hurry up. Like, so I still want to be gentle with my music, take my time, create. But I also want to ask people too, like, what do you want to hear? Like, what's some things you like about the music? I want to ask them questions because sometimes you get so caught in your brain, you think, oh, nobody's gonna mess with this. The whole time they want to hear it. So.
I've had some. I remember it was on Snap probably like 3 or 4 years ago. It was this random person, they hit me up. They were like, yo, your music hard, like keep going. And they named a specific song. I'm like, you like that song? I was like, I was gonna take that shit off my page. Like, that's my least. I hate that song. What the fuck do you like about that shit? And they was just like, I like your flow. I like the bounce on it. Like, I don't. They was like, I don't know what you don't like. Like, I was like, damn, okay. Maybe my ear ain't the only ear that's they can say what it is.
See, that's the craziest thing. That's why I said I gotta talk to people because as an artist, you got the ear to hear all the technicals. Like somebody did not hear that little cough in the background, but you, it messed up.
Especially with it being your track, so you're gonna treat it like you're gonna be more conscious to what people are gonna notice in the song.
The whole time, the mistakes is the part they love the most. Like that stutter you did, it wasn't really supposed to be. But I mean, if that's what you like, shoot. So you never know.
Now, if the opportunity were to arise, would you sign a label deal? And if yes, how much would it take to sign?
Unfortunately, I would never want to be on a label. I want that freedom, and no disrespect to anybody who's in a label, because there's good opportunities, promos, the artist image, the tours, all of that. But personally, I want to stay independent. There's not an amount of money you can offer me either. I just want to be independent because I want to have control over my own thing. Like
I feel you. I would probably be the same because me personally, I like being a part of the process. I know this shit didn't just turn on,
bro.
Let me check that real quick.
We still got the iPad going, right?
Yeah, for sure. Hey. Oh, that house dead. Okay. But what was I saying? Damn. I was gonna make a point too. I forgot. What question? Oh, I said label deal. That's right. I know me personally, I wouldn't sign no label just because I like being a part of the process entirely. Like, I like being the process of my music. And it's like they're going to try and hire different producers, different engineers. And it's like, that'd be cool, but I wouldn't want them to do it. I'd want to learn from them just because they're in more of a professional field. Because they're actually like up there doing that type of shit. But that'd be the only interest I'd have in actually getting into a label. But like you said, I haven't even considered a number for it because it's like, it's not nothing I want to do. But
my biggest fear is getting to a point where I start hating music because it became stressful work.
Yeah.
I have, you have to create, like they have set schedules for you. You got to be ready. Even if you're sick, you got to get out there. And I just don't want to get to a point where I'm like, I hate this. I don't want to never do this again.
That's why, like, in terms of independent artistry, my biggest goal is building like a solid fan base. Like people who know, like when I put something out, it's gonna be the best it can be, and like they gonna wait all that time because they know, like, hey, when Fuego drop, it's gonna be the hardest shit I heard. Like it's gonna be as good as it can sound. It's gonna have the best quality. It's gonna be that for real. You feel me? So that's why I like, or that's what my goal is, at least, because I know like when X, he had like some of the most loyal fans. They were like, they was gonna listen to anything. He could drop a song where it's just a box of nails falling hitting the ground. They gonna listen to that shit called the hardest shit in the world because they just loyal fans.
Same with Juice WRLD fans at the time. R.I.P. them though. There was some real artists. I would say
They ain't had no real artists like that in a minute.
No.
Everybody trying to copy the same flow.
I used to love Slump God. Is that his name?
Yeah, Ski-Mask.
Yeah, Ski-Mask. What happened to him? Like I barely hear him release. I used to like Ugly God too, even though he was on.
Yeah, so great about that's one of her favorite rappers.
Ugly God is him. But yeah,
Now, in the future, how do you see your style and sound evolving? Like, whether it be like your fashion or your music or just.
Okay, definitely. Okay, I definitely want my artists fashion. Like, personally, I'm a plain Jane girl. I'm like a plain shirt, plain jeans, call it a day.
Twin.
But, you know,
Twin.
but my friend right here, she's actually the one who put together my fit and stuff. So I definitely want to get a team.
Yeah, I fucks with that.
People who can see what I'm trying to put forward, but I just, in my brain, it's like, I think that good hoodie I had the other day got no stains on it. I'm gonna put that on today. So
yeah, sometimes it is good to build a team of people like who really understand you and what you want out of your craft and career, so that they can help you achieve that. For real. Just like when she put that shit on, like first thing I stepped out the car, like, yeah, that's a hard ass fit.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta thank her, man. I mean, look at her, she's stylish, so
I see it.
My hair, everything. So me personally, I want to just have a team of people who see the vision. You know, she's seen the vision. She's like, all right, you know, you're a fun artist. You like having fun. We need to give you a fun look. So
yeah, you came out really on some tech vibes type shit.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to people listening to your music, what do you want them to feel when they're listening?
When people listen to my music, I want you to not just hear it and be like, oh, yeah, that was a cool little song. I want you to be like, man, I want to know who this artist is, and then find yourself in a wormhole of the interviews, the pictures, the little snippets, this and that, because I want my music to be a conversation, an experience, an introduction, you know, so
I feel you on
that kind of thing.
I know me personally, I've always tried to make my music an experience, like, but like when it comes, like, what really helped me do that was when I found out about panning and shit, like being able to switch, like, okay, I'm gonna have this track just be in this year, or I'm gonna have this track just be in this year. It creates a space within the music, like you could be sitting there and it feels like you're really in a room with that person, just because you got shit feel like it's coming on back here, like in front of you type shit. Even like I just got into panning my beats and shit, and it's like the track I just did, it made such a difference in like what you hear and how you feel the music type shit. So yeah.
I know how you like panning. Have you ever tried the it's like some DAWs called auto wah or just wah wah, like WAH. It goes like that bouncy stuff. I like that with my
I got I forgot what that plugin is called on Logic. They got something similar though where it's called an auto filter. You can set it up to where it pans back and forth between like
bounce.
1 bar, 2 bar, one beat, back and forth between each earplug. And I got that shit on a few of my beats actually. But yeah, having my music be an experience has always been one of my goals with like every track. I don't ever want to have something where it's like you didn't have a feeling like you wanted to get up, or like you couldn't feel like the space that you were in when you were listening to my music. Now, I feel like I know the answer to this next one, but what stops you from releasing music?
I definitely think what stops me from creating or releasing my music is if I'm not feeling it. I'm not gonna put out nothing I don't feel no more. You know, I don't feel like anybody deserves that. If you really love your artist, you want to hear some good stuff. Some artists, I'm like, man, come on now. This seems like you just doing it for money. You know.
I feel you on that.
I want you to feel like I actually took my time because I want you to experience, like you said, have an experience. So that's definitely my number one answer right there. Like if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna put it out at all.
I feel you. That's different from what I thought you were gonna say. I figured you was gonna say something along being a perfectionist. But I guess that ties into not feeling it, because if it don't sound right, you're not gonna feel it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If I could, like when I say feeling, I'm like conviction, like.
Yeah, I know. Like it gives you that feeling, like you know people gonna fuck with you. Yeah, I feel you on that shit. Cause that's really what stopped me from dropping my the EP that I was supposed to drop last year. Cause I was like, this is not where I wanted to be at. You know what I'm saying? It's not giving me that. It's not making me want to get up and do anything. Like I'm listening to it, but it's like I know it's bland.
Yeah, bland. There's no feelings. There's something's missing. That's when I take my time.
It's always be like I just gotta find out what's missing. It's usually it'd be just a lack of emotion when I was recording it, or maybe like compression issues, specifically me, because I can hear shit like that. I'm over technical when it comes to like making music and listening to music. I can't like being an engineer to damn near fuck with me, being able to listen to music enjoyably, because it's like, oh, I can hear the way they just did that compression. Oh, he need to redo the the EQ right here in this section. Like, but at the same time, sometimes I'll be high as fuck and I don't give a fuck. But
just drop
it'd be
it.
funny.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to recommend people to listen to your song, what do you usually recommend them listen to? Like top 3 or top 5?
Top 5 list. let's see. At number 5, I say Till One Don't Care. It was something real different. That's why I said Don't Care in the parentheses there. It was just something I tried. I think it's a fun vibe to listen to. Right after that, I would definitely say Cologne. It was my spiritual journey, getting closer to God, realizing I need to let some things go.
I might need to tap into that shit.
Yeah. Feds. Just because it's fun. I was really... it's kind of a diss song low-key, but it's not.
Are we dissing on that? 12?
Oh my goodness, I can't say this. But I was saying, right after that, I would say Emotionally Confused, just like I said, me understanding my emotions. Like, I was very emotionally immature at a certain point, so I was lashing out at anybody, bugging out all the time. And then my therapy at the time was like making money, so how much money? I ain't got to talk to y'all.
I feel like that's just being like 18 to 20, because I
yeah, that's the ages I was.
Nigga front of love still developing and shit. You don't really know why you doing shit. You just doing it type shit.
And the number one, I would say, even though it was recorded with iPhone headphones and a one-take junkie, it took one take to make it.
Damn.
Reactions was really my number one, because it's like my actual raw emotion, just talking.
Hey,
for the first time.
You know, that's like that track I just showed y'all. Back in the Free State. That was when the Free State is what I refer to as my mental, because it's like the only state of mind, or the only state where you can actually be your free self. Like, nigga, can't nobody tell you what to do. Can't nobody tell you what to say. You can think whatever the fuck you want. You could be racist. You could be a horrible person if you want to. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody gonna know or care, because it's only you that know about that.
Just
shit.
for the record, we're not racist.
We not. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you could be that if you wanted to, and it's like, again, no one would know. So it's like, yeah. But that was really just talking about like my little addiction I had, some of the shit I was going through, and then just a relapse, just like reflection of life and what I didn't want it to be anymore.
See, that's low key similar to reactions. No addictions or nothing like that, but definitely me using distractions at the time, like because I couldn't recognize. It's called reactions because I couldn't recognize people were doing things because they wanted a reaction out of me, and I was willingly being a crash out, like on purpose.
That's hard.
And then staying away from everybody, and then F all y'all, and then becoming angry, and I'm like, this is not who I am. So, yeah. Then if you listen to Cologne, you'll see the resolution of that, me coming to God, that kind of thing.
I fuck with that. I like it when music has meaning, especially when it's like all tied together type shit between like the title and what's actually being talked about. That's hard. Now, what plans do you have for your music this year?
This year, I just want to have fun with my music. It was dark at a certain point. I just want to show like it's getting very bright out here, very vibrant, and I want to show those colors in my music. If that makes sense.
You got some singles or albums?
I'm working on an EP, y'all.
Okay. How many tracks do you expect to have on that?
Oh my gosh, at least 6. I want 6 tracks, but worst case, it'd probably be 4, because like the perfectionism does take control.
Now, what's the vibe you going for on that?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to stick to one vibe, but for the most part, you'll probably hear a bunch of ambient, bassy type beats on there, and
Okay.
electronic kind of sound.
I feel you. Now, if your music was in the playlist with other artists of similar styles, who do you think would be listed in that playlist?
I would definitely say, just looking at my Spotify and where they put me, I'm always in a playlist somehow with, if you know Jace from Fort Worth.
Hey, yeah.
So I'm always in a Jace playlist. I'm always in a
that.
Baby Sama, Tana, Tekka, and oh my gosh, what's that guy name? Right? Autumn. I always in those types of playlists. It's a bunch of underground right now.
I can see that for sure. Now, how do you think the music you intake has an influence on the music that you make?
Oh my gosh, it definitely has a huge impact. Like I said before, when I was making more darker, sad music, I was listening to a whole bunch of that. But right now, because I guess I found a more positive outlook now, and I'm trying to listen to more clean music, less cussing, less murder, and all that type of stuff, I think I'm getting into more of a happier vibe myself.
That kind of just answered my next question. I was gonna say, what music do you listen to right now?
Well, I listen to a lot, but right now I've been listening to a lot of it doesn't even have words, but they're called like binaural beats. They're just it's just frequencies, and it's kind of cool.
My coworker, let me not say that, because he be on more like EDM beats, but they be sounding like that shit. So
yeah,
I kind of feel that.
Yeah.
Now, how do you think your music taste in terms of what you consume has differed between now and as you were growing up?
Wait, what?
So like what you listen to how that has changed, or what you're drawn to listening to now as opposed to when you were growing up.
Growing up, especially being from Florida, I just love listening to a whole lot of Kodak. Artists like Lil Tyler. Now I still listen to that type of music with having them types of people, Rod Wave and those types of guys. So I was definitely on the Florida wave when it came to rap before X, all them. And then after a while, it led me to Atlanta rap and the drill rap and the New York scene. And I was on the heavy like last year. Oh my God, I was like, drill was everything every day. Chicago's drill, all that. But now, I'm finding myself listening to like younger artists now, like people who are like in their teens for some reason, cause they just got a different vibe going on right now. That
they kind of more on that plug-in beat. They not as much on drill type shit. They they on some real melodic, like fun music.
That's what I like listening to right now. And I like international. I'm Jamaican, so I'll never stop listening to dancehall. Yeah, my family completely Jamaican.
Nah, damn, I just had that question. Is it any projects or tracks that you're working on right now?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm working on the EP, so I probably got 6 songs. I'm simultaneously working on 2 just got finished, which I worked with you on, and then 1 I just finished actually like 2 days ago, and I was like, yes, now all I gotta do is mix it. Word. So we almost there.
Tight shit. All right.
Yeah.
So, if you were to blow up right now, do you think you'd be ready?
A lot of people want to sit here and be like, yeah, hell yeah, no, I'm not ready, but I'm willing to learn. It'll be a work in progress for sure, because I have to work past the stage fright. I gotta learn how to connect with a bigger crowd of people. Like, talking to you is fun, this is easy. She right there, boom, boom, it's fine. Yeah. But then a whole room of people, I'll probably be, my name is
stuttering like it's real. I feel you. I'll be the same way, because I was
some practice for sure.
Yeah, I be thinking about that shit. Like, I be thinking like, damn, like if I really was to blow up right now,
I need media practice. I have no filter.
Be ready. Hell no, like I don't give a fuck enough. Like, I couldn't be on that damn media. I'ma say some shit.
Yeah, and
they get canceled my first day being popular.
Yeah.
I'm like, this nigga just got turned. He said that shit. Oh, canceled. Get that nigga out of here.
He said that on stage.
On me. Damn, what other questions do I have for now? Okay, what is music to you? Creative expression, creative exploration, a hobby, a career path?
Well, like I said earlier, music to me is still a universal language. But personally, I would say, say if my music were to get monetized right now, it'd definitely be a vehicle towards my other passions. I wouldn't want to pursue it just for the sole purpose of making money. It would go into my passions. I've always wanted to be a dentist since I was little. I'm still in school.
That is different as fuck.
Yeah. Nobody would say that.
we went from mixing and rapping. I want to be a dentist.
I always
but
wanted
to be. Too much, because if I told people what else I want to do outside of music, they'd be like,
what do you want to do?
Fuck? Too much. Too fucking much. I got a whole list, man. I was just saying this shit.
What's your number 1 right now?
My number 1, I want to get into like mechanic work. I really want to get into mechanic work. I want to do.
Are you a car guy? Hey, don't talk to me now. I used to be racing and stuff. Hey.
I got a whole note in my notes just about different cars I want to get or build or just I think it's interesting type.
Even though it's illegal right now, I always wanted the Skyline. I gotta jump in the Skyline.
I actually got to drive in one. It was a GTR R35. Yeah, I used to work at a car lot, the CarMax right over here.
What?
I got to drive in a Porsche Panamera. I was in the Skats, the 300Ss. I got to drive a Hellcat.
What?
Like a real deal Hellcat. I was in the Audi R8, the Mustang Mach 1.
What's that BMW that had the self-closing doors? They go,
I8.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't had no I8.
I drove one of those. Those was, oh my gosh. Racing that?
Them bitches is lit for sure. But I want to do so much. Like, the mechanic work. I want to do the barbering. I want to get into tattooing. Like, that's what this is right here. It's a whole tattoo kit.
Wow.
I want to get my pilot's license. I don't want to get my
I want to be a pilot too. That's one thing I want to
be able to at least fly a plane or a helicopter.
Like a PIL, private.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to do that.
That shit's so hard. Like,
I want to jump out of planes. I'm really.
Hell yeah.
I'm a thrill seeker for sure.
Out where she stayed, like literally right where she stayed, they got a skydiving tour.
We about to go skydiving. I forced my friends to do some fun shit. We're not finna be living no boring life.
My twin here, if you don't know, I got a twin, but actually you do know that, because you said that's how you even figured out about me. But yeah, he actually went skydiving a few years ago. That shit, I was like, God damn, that nigga been living for real.
I'm gonna go parasailing and all that.
On me. And then my parents just came from a cruise too. I'm like, damn, I need to get out of this motherfucking house and do something. Bro.
You been on a cruise before?
I've never been on a plane before.
What? You got a lot to do.
I think the most I done done is like a long road trip from here to Florida.
Florida? Where'd you go?
We went to Orlando because my sister, she was staying out there. Like 10
Orlando
years.
lit. You never can go to sleep in Orlando. They always.
Yeah, no. I remember that was like the first time I stole something too. That shit was funny as hell. It was like it was 5th or 4th grade. We was coming out of the Disney store and I was bouncing this little ball. And I was like, oh shit, I still got the ball. I'm good conscience, good moral little boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Mom, I gotta go take the ball back. She's like, nah, just souvenir. I'm like, you know, you just started something you shouldn't have.
Oh, dang. Sticky fingers.
Yeah. Let me see if there's any more questions I can ask. Actually, this is a perfect one since we're off the topic of music. Aside from music, what are your interests?
Good. I'm glad you asked. Outside of music, if I could just be a regular person like every other regular person, I'm very athletic. I love working out. Like, you can catch me in the gym. You can catch me playing sports. Actually, my whole life, I played soccer and I ran track. Right. I love watching basketball, but when I played basketball, my God, I sucked.
That's
so
opposite of me. I like playing basketball because I grew up I started playing basketball when I was in 1st grade. I was in the league and did that all the way up until 6th grade, but I never wanted to really watch it. I can sit there and watch the highlights, but I don't know. Basketball is interesting enough.
I like playing 2K.
Okay, I play 2K. I ain't trying to sit there.
But people who really play, I know you won't want to play I wouldn't play FIFA or watch too much of that on TV. Like, I like to play.
Yeah. More like hands-on with that shit.
Outside of that, though, like I said, I like reading, writing. And I'm really chill. Sometimes I like nature. I really love just being outside in general. Word. In the house stuff can be killing me after a little bit. It literally physically makes me sick. Like, I got pharyngitis the other day from sitting in the house for a week. So I'm like, yeah,
I get that.
Gotta be outside. So.
That's why I like got this little patio back here. I come out there, smoke my little blunt, chill, just
breathe the air. I like my
literally just space. Breathe the air, man.
And I meditate a lot too. I'm heavy into meditation these days, reserving my energy. I used to be the friend hosting something all the time and hanging out. Everybody comes to my car, or we're all going to a party. Nowadays, I just like the me time, the quietness in the space.
I think like my favorite thing outside of music is just going out and just reminding myself of how slow life can be. Cause like I be trying to rush the fuck out of shit. Like God was trying to sit me down for so long. Like nigga, I bust three tires in a week. Cause I was speeding and like I had to sit down and think like why the fuck all this shit happening? It's like every time I bust a tire I was fucking speeding. I kept trying to rush so many processes. It was just like I gotta sit down and remember like this shit takes time. Like even when I'm at work, we have I work in a warehouse. We got bay doors and shit. I'll go out there every morning. That's when I pray. You know what I'm saying? I just listen. I listen to what's going on. Listen to the cars going by, the wind. I feel the temperature. I just be thankful that I get to be here. And it's like I just remember to chill. Like, I'm here, I'm right now.
You know, I can relate to that.
I don't gotta rush.
When I was younger, I used to live in my mind a lot because I couldn't, my environment at the time, it didn't fit for me. I wanted to get out of there. And that's why I feel like I matured so fast. I feel like that's why I used to talk on the phone to people and be like, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm just 10. What? You know? I'd be ready. Had my plan, like, I'm about to get my job, I'm about to do this, I'm about to save this much. And then by the time I got independent, I'd be like 18. Completely independent. I was like 17 for real, and I was just living so fast. And after a while, I was like, "What am I doing?" You know, like I'm only 17.
You was on your own by 17?
Yeah. I was. I moved out 16 with my granny. She passed from COVID. R.I.P. her. But then I was completely by myself, and that's what really caused me to actually get to know myself. Like I had to be actually upset with myself for a little bit to want to change. You know? Yeah. Because I was reserving all my time for everyone else. I didn't have no time for myself. I never meditated. I didn't really pray like that. I stayed away from church. It was a whole lot going on.
I feel like we went through the same last year.
Yeah.
Like, that was my biggest problem. I was smoking every day. I was really trying to people please too much. And it was like, for what? Ain't nobody trying to please my ass. Like,
what really scared me, I had a horrible, like, greening out experience. Like, I was smoking so much, hanging out, driving my car fast, doing all these things. My car broke. Ended up in court paying all these fees. And after that, I tried to smoke again, and I had such a horrible panic attack that made me like see everything at once. And I was like, if I keep this up, I'm never gonna elevate my life ever. I'll probably still be right here. And that's what made me. I'm still smoking. Don't get me wrong. But I was
more moderation with it.
Yeah, I took my time with it, and I actually spent some time getting to know myself, loving myself. I started doing self-care Sunday that I'll see on social media, and it was real. Like, it really worked for me. I journaled more. I took the time to actually do therapy and talk to somebody, because I realized I was using distractions to lead my life, and it wasn't making no sense. I couldn't make sense out of myself. People ask me, why are you doing this? I don't know. I just want to live my life. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I feel like what you seeing right now, that's exactly why I isolate myself like a lot. Cause it's like I'm real self-aware. You know what I'm saying? I could tell myself why I'm doing what I'm doing. It just takes me a little long. I just really gotta sit down and like look back and reflect. Like when I was trying to find out why the fuck I couldn't let go of drugs, it was cause every time for like the past 3 years, like it brought me the most connection. Every time it was a good, happy moment, I'm there with my niggas. What's the common denominator? We smoking. Why? Like why? Every time we got around people, it was cause I was smoking, and it was like the vibes was there. I was distracted from what I didn't want to think about. I was in a place where I wanted to be, and it's like every time I wanted to go to that place, I associated smoking with getting there. And it was like, it wasn't the smoke, it was just the fact that I was with my niggas, we was having a good time, you know what I'm saying? I'm with my family, we having a good time. Like, it was never the smoke, it was just there. It was like,
I swear, if you smoke too young, especially, I think a lot of my people who listen to me, I look at the breakdown, they're really young. That's why I said I have to pay attention to what I'm saying now, because when I was a teenager, you couldn't really tell me, smoking is not good, because it was so fun. You couldn't tell me that. Like, my first experience is partying, going out, boyfriend, all kind of stuff. It was just amazing. Like, I was living so fast, and then one day I was like, I don't think it's really smoking, because after a while smoking got lame. Like, I was smoking, and it was like, I'm just smoking to smoke.
Get high. Like,
I couldn't get high no more.
I'm just puffing because I like.
And now I stink. I'm walking around. I'm like, this is not me, And then too, I didn't realize it was making me depressed a little bit too, because everybody was moving on, everybody started their life. I'm just here, high, wondering, hey, what are you doing? Oh, well, I have real life now. I work at the hospital. I'm like, okay.
I see how that shit affecting them. It's like you see niggas elevating, you still kind of in the same shit that you was doing before.
It challenged me, and that's why I moved to Texas. I just gave my chance. I was living in Georgia at the time. That's how I met her. And she told me about Texas. She was just like, I think you might like it. I know you're a country girl.
Oh, so y'all came out here together?
She's from Texas. But I came out here, and it really caused me to change, because once I saw the same people, it was like I was seeing reflections of myself everywhere I went. And I was like, wow, I really have changed from this. I don't want to be a part of this no more. I want to find, like, you're pretty chill. Like, I want to find chill vibes like this. I do not want to be outside no more. I'm sick of it. That fast life can get you sentenced. Like.
That's why I like people that's more on the technical side of music, because they more like me and you type shit. The niggas that's just trying to rap, they want the image, they want the fame, they want the money, they get the car, the clothes. They want that fast life. I want the slow life, you know what I'm saying? Because the technicality, that's the slow life, you feel me? You got being part of the processes.
Kodak said, I want slow money because fast money gets me sentenced. And I thought about that every time, because I'm like, yo, yes. I used to get in so much trouble when I was just trying to be on go, because I'm like, I gotta shit on everybody. You gotta turn back and see me, and you're gonna be like, yeah, and I'm not gonna answer my phone. I'm not that spiteful no more. I just wanna be there. I wanna show love, because what?
Oh God, niggas wanna show love, be kind to the world now.
So
all that aggressive shit kinda dead. Wanna kill a nigga, like I got these guns and shit, but it's like I'm not doing shit with them. I am not that type of nigga, but I just got them because I like guns.
Don't get me wrong, I like guns too, but I gotta go to range. If I have my own, I think I'll be a trigger happy person. That's my problem. It's just fun. You shoot your first gun, it's like, wow, all this power in my hands.
It makes you respect like what you holding though, cause it's like when I lost my shit, I got fucked up. I got caught with a QP. Them niggas took 3 of my sticks, and then think about that shit, bro. I swear to God, this shit made me so fucking mad, bro. I don't even remember what I was saying, bro. This shit just pissed me off again. Like, fuck. Them niggas took 3 of my sticks, bro. Damn.
Well, it's a minor setback for a major comeback.
It's all. It was just God sitting me down, because again, I was rushing, speeding and shit, not paying attention, not being careful. But I kind of see why it happened. Like, I was sitting in that cell, and I was like, you know what? I deserved it.
Yeah.
I've been telling myself I was gonna do this, that, and the third. I never did it, and this is my wake up call to get that shit done. Like I've been telling myself I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna chill, never stop. Now I kind of have to, because it's like they gonna start drug testing a nigga. Then I said I was gonna get on my shit. I never did, but you You know what I'm saying? Me going through this, having to get the money up, is kind of inspiring me. Like, get the fuck off my ass. Like, I never thought shit like that could happen to me. I always thought I was this invincible ass nigga, but it's like going through that kind of reminds me, like, hey.
Heavy on that, because when, like I said, my song Emotionally Confused, I kept saying, like, back when money was my therapy, I had threw anything up. Like, the fact that I was like that young, touching good money, it was just like I was working, I was doing people homework, I was just finding different hustles. I was doing anything to make some money, and it was, I had so much all the time. I was buying everybody something. Like, I was that friend, oh, come, let's go out to eat, I'll pay for it. Oh, you want something from the store? I'll pay for it. And then after a while, once I actually hit like zero, like when I came out here and I asked for a favor, I was like, wow, I was holding on to too many people who weren't really trying to see the best out of me. They were just having a fun time. They were there for the ride. And so it made me really have to look at what I'm doing now. What am I putting into myself? And then what am I putting out for others? Because the reflection of what you do to yourself is how you treat others. I was pouring out to everybody, and I didn't pour to myself. So it was just like, that's what I get. I'm stuck now. I have nothing for myself. So yeah, but now that's completely done now. Like that was like 2 years ago. Well, how long I've been here? Like a year and a half, right? Yeah, about a year and a half. And now things have changed. I got jobs and stuff, and I think that was on purpose, like you said. God sit me down, show me something, and be like, okay, this is who was in your corner and actually called you and see how you were doing, and you were shitting on them, doing everything else. So I'm glad I got my second chances in life.
Yeah, that's the shit you gotta go through sometimes.
Yeah.
Just gives you a little bit more clarity on like how you could be living, how you should be living. Brings you a little bit more peace. You can see like the changes in your life and how it's improved since you were doing what you were doing.
Yeah, this was a great interview. Good interviewer.
Last question. What is something people may not know about you? It doesn't have to be about music.
Man, I used to always be like, I'm an open book. Everybody knows everything. But then a lot of people tell me, you look so sweet when we first met you. And I meet you. It's not like you're a bitch or nothing, but you got no filter. And I'm like, what you mean? They be like, you say whatever you want to. You straight to the point. So I guess I am very blunt. That's some things people don't know about me. If I don't like it, I'm going to say something. Like, I don't like you, I'm going to say it quick. Like, oh, they're going to come over here. Oh, no, stay over there. I'm good. That's how it is? Yes, exactly.
I wish more people was like that, though. Like, people be too scared to be honest. Like,
you can't be honest quick.
That's how you protect your pieces, being honest. You know, like, so if I don't like you, I don't want you over here, you stay the fuck over there. We can be cool in the same space, but not in the same vicinity. Over there, cool. Over here, no. Sorry. Too close.
I guess I've always been like that, too. Like, when I grew up, my parents used to be like, you gotta learn how to be nice. The truth hurts. You're gonna have to hear it. As I got older,
niggas gonna have to hear it at some point. You can't run from the truth. You gotta accept it.
As I got older, I realized which is like harmful truth and what is actual constructive criticism. That's why I learned the difference. And I think that's why I have quality friendships now. You know, being honest with people, and even at work, I think that's why I get promoted quick, because it's like, hey, she's gonna tell you how it is. But at least you're gonna get better at your job. So that's how it is.
That's what people need, though, because not everybody gonna do that for them, especially the people in their corner.
I be caring about people. That's my problem. My heart's too big, and I want to be honest. So at least I can watch.
Ain't never a problem having a big heart. It's not knowing how to regulate that. I had to learn that, because it's like even last year alone, like, I gave out so much money to people just because they needed it, and it was like when it came time to me needing a favor, I couldn't get the help I needed or the help I showed to that. So I was like, you know what? I'm not mad you ain't helped me, but it's not gonna be no more though.
Yeah, you gotta learn. You forgive, but you don't forget.
Hell yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Keep all that money. I'm not tripping on it. But next time you ask, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be able to do that for you. And it's so funny because I actually got that shit in my song. And when I forgot what bar I said. It was like it's at TD bitch, where I said niggas something about niggas not doing favors. I'm not doing it for them. You gotta listen back to it. I forgot the bar, but it was in that song. Cause that shit's like, I don't know, I've been dealing with that shit for so long. Like, I stick my neck out for niggas, but
that end of that year that I said I was on like complete rock bottom, I had finished it with called the Resolution Freestyle to start January. I didn't really like the song, but people like it. I don't know. But there was this one part where I said, take care of who, you better call up your mama, because I'm done. Like, I've elevated now. There are no more free favors. I take good care of those who take care of me. You pour into me, I pour into you. But it's not going to be free charity no more.
Can't be. It's like, nah, I do something for somebody, another nigga be like, why don't you do it with me?
Because you losing your energy every time you do it.
On me, bro. I ain't finna keep trying to recharge my energy and my soul just because You can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause you always need it. You know what I'm saying? And I got it. I get my blessings. I'm never shy with sharing my blessings, but nigga, you got blessings too, and ain't sure not one of them.
Hey.
I congratulate you on getting that shit up. Yeah. Shit, it was a good interview. That's all my questions. You got anything you want to let play out? You know what I'm saying? Any snippets you want to get off?
Oh my gosh, we could play 99 Infinity. I'm so proud of that song. So proud of
Actually, I don't think I heard your final version of it.
I thought I sent it to you. Let's see. Let's get it going.
You ain't do no edits on that afterwards?
Probably not, because I'm just like, you know, less is more.
I don't care, running every bag I've been up since last week. Times that they wanna show, but they ain't never tag me. Where was y'all when I was on my back in the 99 Infinity? 18 with a big plan. I look like
My girl, she said she felt it.
Really?
never cracks my style. It's been a while since I.
Okay, but if this, don't put this on the camera though. This right here, this is what I just created. I'm gonna mix it soon, but it's fun. Like, I thought it was pretty different. Yeah.
You might have to send that to me. I fucks with that.
You
know, we gonna have to do an EP, like a 46 song EP. I wanna make some fun music with you.
For real.
That shit
I like your flow too, because I want to get more lyrical. Man, what?
Yeah, you finna have me step out my vibe, but I like it. That's what I really want. That's what I be wanting to do.
That should make you want to dance though, right?
Yeah, like you see me bob my head the whole time. That shit catchy as shit. I fuck with that. I fuck with the flow on that. I fuck with the harmony on that bitch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was like a one take junkie. I was in the room.
That was
It
one
just
take?
kept going. Yeah. I didn't stop to write it. It just kept going.
If you want some help with the mix, you can send it my way. I could do what I do with it. See what you like about it. And go from there, type of shit. But yeah, it was for sure a good interview. I'm trying to get this out sometime this week. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching, tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Both of us, we got some music coming out. I just dropped today. She's gonna have some music to be looking out for in the future. But I appreciate y'all, man. Let's get it.
Get out of here. This was fun.
Hey, yeah.